EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Orlando Classic. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Now down to hole number 15. An important stretch of holes coming up here late in the first round. What are some keys to finishing the first round strong?
Once again, putting that ball in play, because if you can add one or two more birdies to this scorecard, it's going to look great at the end of the day.
Good contact, good result.
Arnold Palmer's legacy to golf is in so many different areas. We see it just in the way people react to the game, but really when we go to Bay Hill, it's the one golf course that you'll see you've been out there, his clubs are always on the back of a cart. He's ready to go to the range. It's almost in every little blade of grass out there because Arnold plays there whenever he can. The king, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Palmer. He lives and breathes at Bay Hill, and when the tournament comes around every March, it's a great reminder to not just Mr. Palmer, but also the golf course and all those little obstacles that he put in your way, water normally, and all the great events. And it's fun. It's a golf course, too, that anybody can play.
When I think of Arnold Palmer, I think the young professionals could learn just a few things from one of the all-time greats. First of all, reach out to the galleries, sign autographs.
Look him in the eye,
Make eye contact as he always did. Number two, own your golf swing. Whatever it is, believe in it. It may be a little different. It may not be by the book, but own it and be comfortable with it. And then I think number three, go for it. That's what Arnie always did. Go for it at the risk of failure, because you'll never be great if you just lay back all the time. Arnie always went for it.
One little lesson, too, you reminded me there. The one common denominator with just about every great player is a good grip. Arnold Palmer learned that for his dad. So if you're picking up a golf club for the first time or playing it for the 100th time, remember, a good grip will take you a long way.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Frank, deep into a round, par 3 17, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
Headed for the bunker? Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. You know, Tiger was born on the same day as LeBron James, December 30th. And he's had his share of slam dunks especially on the 18th hole here at Bay Hill.
Yeah, he's just a perfect fit for the golf course. You'd think every now and again he fares left, but he doesn't fare left at Bay Hill. We've seen his best golf over the years, over the last 15 or so years. To win there 8 times, nobody's come close to that. Ernie Els, one of the great players in the world, has won it twice.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards.
Hazard?
Maybe wet.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Frank, what's the key? You just hit one OB.
Somehow forget what's just happened. Otherwise, the same thing's liable to happen.
Now playing 4 after going OB on that previous shot.
I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Not the best stuff we've seen today, that's for sure.
Yeah, bogeys aren't going to cut it, especially when you should be making a move in the other direction.
That's the end of round 1, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the 3rd leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. Beautiful looking shot right here.
That's fine.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. And he's made the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Oof,
this is tough to watch.
I've already got my eyes covered.
Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right, they always catch the stray tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the green side bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Just a couple of feet. Workman-like hole, he walks away with a par. Frank, the par 5s here at Bay Hill so important. What's the 12th like?
570-odd yards. Tee it high, let it fly. Ah, nice.
Looks good. It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Oh, I thought he had that. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, this is an interesting hole. It's the par 4 13th, and it isn't necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down. 250 off the tee, leaves 120. There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over-ambitious here and run out of fairway. That second shot over water. Whoa.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
You've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Birdie try again here today.
Inexcusable.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. And he makes it for par. So 2 rounds in the books. Frank, that was fun.
It certainly was. It bodes well for the weekend. Saw a lot of good players that seem to actually have a good fit for this golf course. That bodes well for the next 36 holes.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Orlando Classic. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Not a gimme, but well within his range. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. Frank, as you step to the tee here at the 8th, what are you seeing?
Another hole that suits the long hitter, Rich. That bunker just over 300 yards. The further you get down there, the shorter club you have in over the water.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Should be safely on deck.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. And what's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker. It's gone for a little extra.
Look at this. Look at all the power in that coil.
Woo, that is long.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 ninth.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
You'd like that one again.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
good effort and a good par putt.
Back here in Orlando, Florida at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Springtime in Florida can mean only one thing, Frank. Perfect golf weather. How do you get off to a perfect start on this backside?
Well, this is one of the few holes that actually shapes to the right. Most of the holes at Bay Hill are dogleg lefts. For the faint of heart, just sort of flick an iron down there, just sort of short of the bunkers. If you're feeling a little ambitious, just take it over that one on the right. Just a wedge in here.
Frank, the approach shot here to the par 4 10th. Decent chance for a birdie with a good shot?
It is really all about distance control. There's 4 different sections here at 10, but if you've got the right club in your hand, then you are looking directly at the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Early part of this second iron, a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie.
Par yesterday, now for birdie. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket.
Not a problem from there, right in the middle. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway just short of that second bunker. And it sits up 6 or a 7 iron.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Good birdie right there.
Yeah, this game, when you can't win, it's all about top 10s, top 20s. And currently, that's exactly where they stand.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Ideal position, sitting up perfectly. Frank, this is good golfing weather. Nice, strong breeze. Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
Well, we've seen this before today, in the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Played par yesterday. This one for birdie.
All things pointed to a good week. Birdie there, very important right now.
Playing some good golf.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the third leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Orlando Classic.
Grab the fire extinguisher. Put out that ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
On the 15th green in regulation, but not yet in the hole. This is about a 30-footer, and he'll look at it from a couple of different angles just to try to get a feel for it. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part.
Good par.
The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there. Takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front. That second shot which comes over the lake. And that's a hold your breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill.
Great lie. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way.
This is a good-looking shot.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Well, hello there. That's an eagle.
It might be languishing in the middle of the pack, but at least celebrate that.
Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. A little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
Headed for the bunker? A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker play's like.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing.
2008, Frank, Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th, final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
He's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to read it correctly.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That's how you play the game. Right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. That's an important birdie right there. Into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Rich.